Hello everybody, how are you all? I hope everyone is doing fine, right? Okay, and today let us discuss about properties of dot product. Before that, I need to say something, that is, you all know very well that you need to take some precautions necessary for COVID-19, right? Then only we can get rid of COVID-19. What are those? First one is you need to wear a mask when you go outside and use sanitizer when you use the things of others. These two are must and should to get rid of COVID-19. Okay, so don't forget friends, take necessary precautions and get rid of COVID-19 and be healthy always. Keep in mind always that health is wealth. Okay, so now let us start our today's concept. So what is our today's concept? Our today's concept is properties of dot product. Already in the previous video I have explained what is dot product, right? Dot product or scalar product of two vectors is, once again I will repeat, if I take a bar and b bar as two vectors, then the dot product of two vectors is given by the formula modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar cos theta, where theta is the angle between a bar and b bar. Okay, this is the dot product or scalar product of two vectors. Okay, now related to this we have some properties of dot product. Let us see all those properties and let us discuss all the properties of dot product. First property. So what is the first property of dot product? First one is a bar dot b bar is equal to b bar dot a bar, right? Very easy. Something like 2 into 5 is same as 5 into 2, right? Yes, in multiplication 2 into 5 is 10 and 5 into 2 is also 10. In the same way, a bar dot b bar is also equal to b bar dot a bar. Okay, why? Because see here, anyhow we know that if I take general example, a bar is equal to a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap. First, and b bar is equal to b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap, right? So if I want a bar dot b bar, then a bar dot b bar is equal to a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3, right? In the same way, if I want b bar dot a bar, then this is also equal to b1 a1 is nothing but a1 b1, right? b2 a2 plus b3 a3. Yes, a1 b1 and b1 a1 both are same, multiplication, right? That's why a bar dot b bar is equal to b bar dot a bar. Understood? This is our first property, that is a bar dot b bar is equal to b bar dot a bar. Okay, next, I hope everybody understood first property, right? Okay, thank you. Next, second property, very important, a bar dot a bar. What's the value of a bar dot a bar? Is mod a bar whole square. Okay, so let us understand how we got this. So a bar dot a bar, from formula we can write a bar dot a bar as modulus of a bar into modulus of a bar cos 0, right? Why? Because see here, already I have explained, no? For suppose this is my unit vector a bar, again on this one more unit vector a bar I am taking. Any value, any angle is there in between a bar and a bar here? No, 0. So cos 0 value is 1. So this we can write as modulus of a bar into modulus of a bar is nothing but modulus of a bar whole square. Clear? That's why a bar dot a bar is always modulus of a bar whole square. Clear? This is our second property. Next, third property. So what is the third property? A bar dot b bar plus c bar is equal to a bar dot b bar plus a bar dot c bar. Okay, this is something like distributive property in our lower classes, right? The same property we can apply here, that is a bar dot b bar plus c bar is equal to a bar dot b bar plus a bar dot c bar. Understood? this is also possible. Okay, this is the third property. Next, fourth property. What's there in fourth property? Okay, very important. Modulus of minus of modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar is less than or equal to a bar dot b bar is less than or equal to modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar. Okay, so a bar dot b bar value is modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar cos theta, right? So here, if I am taking that only a bar dot b bar, it means that my cos theta value is 1, right? When will be my cos theta value 1? Yes, when my cos value is 0, theta value is 0, then only it is 1, right? So in between plus 1 and minus 1, my a bar dot b bar value will be always. Understood? Why? Because here a bar dot b bar is equal to mod a bar into mod b bar into cos of, suppose minus pi. This is also cos pi, minus cos pi, right? That is minus of a bar dot b bar. This is minus 1. So in between minus 1 and plus 1 only, always my a bar dot b bar value will be. Understood? That's why always when you take minus of modulus of a bar dot b bar, modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar is always less than or equal to a bar dot b bar, which is less than or equal to modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar. Clear? This is our fourth property. Okay. Next, fifth property, very very important. So here also we have three conditions, that is a bar dot b bar is equal to plus when it will be positive if theta belongs to closed interval 0 comma open interval pi by 2. Okay, and minus if theta belongs to pi by 2 comma pi. Okay, and 0 if theta is equal to pi by 2. Okay, so a bar dot b bar, my a bar dot b bar value will be positive. When it will be positive? In between 0 and pi by 2, where 0 is included here. Okay, why? Because cos 0 value is 1. That's why a bar dot b bar maximum value will become 1 when my cos 0, when my theta value becomes 0. That's why a bar dot b bar will be positive if theta belongs to 0 comma pi by 2, and a bar dot b bar is negative if theta is in between pi by 2 and pi, where pi is included here, and theta value and is equal to 0 if theta is equal to pi by 2. Why? Because cos 90 is 0. That's why my a bar dot b bar value also becomes 0. Understood? This is my fifth property. Next, sixth property, 0 vector dot a bar is always 0. Okay, 0 vector in the sense 0 I cap plus 0 j cap plus 0 k cap. Okay, anything, anyhow, if you are multiplying means scalar multiplication, that 0 into anything is 0, 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0 always, right? So 0 vector into anything, 0 vector into any vector, that is dot product of 0 vector and any vector is always 0. Understood? This is our sixth property. Next, seventh property. What is the seventh property? Angle between two vectors. Vectors in the sense non-zero vectors. A bar and B bar is cos theta is equal to A bar dot B bar by modulus of A bar into modulus of B bar. Very very important. Okay, when we want to find angle between two vectors, when the vectors are given a bar and b bar, which are non-zero vectors, then cos theta value is a bar dot b bar by modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar. Understood? This is our seventh property. which is very important property. Next, eighth property. Eighth property is also very, very important. So, eighth property is, if A bar is perpendicular to B bar, then A bar dot B bar is equal to 0. But if A bar dot B bar is equal to 0, then if A bar is perpendicular to B bar, we already know that A bar dot B bar is equal to 0. Why? Because A bar dot B bar is equal to, A bar is perpendicular to B bar means cos theta value. Theta value is always pi by 2 there, right? 90 degrees. A bar B bar perpendicular means here it is forming 90 degrees and cos 90 value is 0. That's why 0 into anything will get 0. Right? That's why when A bar is perpendicular to B bar, then A bar dot B bar is equal to 0. But if A bar dot B bar is equal to 0, then also A bar is perpendicular to B bar, definitely no, always not possible. Then A bar, either A bar may be equal to 0 or B bar is equal to 0 or theta is equal to 90 degrees. Understood? If A bar is perpendicular to B bar, then definitely we can say that A bar dot B bar is equal to 0. But if A bar dot B bar is equal to 0, then we can't conclude directly that A bar is perpendicular to B bar. Yes, there may be three conditions possible. That is, if A bar dot B bar is equal to 0, this implies three conditions are possible. That is, whether either vector A bar may be equal to 0 or vector B bar may be equal to 0 or A bar will be perpendicular to B bar. Understood? Three conditions are possible here. Clear? But when if A bar is perpendicular to B bar, then we can directly say that A bar dot B bar is equal to 0. Clear? This is our eighth property. Next, one more last but not least important property is there. Let us see that property also. Ninth property. If B bar is equal to C bar, then A bar dot B bar is equal to A bar dot C bar. But if A bar dot B bar is equal to A bar dot C bar, then here also three conditions are possible. That is, either A bar is equal to 0 or B bar is equal to C bar or A bar is perpendicular to B bar minus C bar. Understood? These are the three conditions possible. See here, if B bar is equal to C bar, then multiplying both sides A bar, I am getting directly know A bar dot B bar is equal to A bar dot C bar. Right? By multiplying both sides A bar. Yes, this is directly possible. But if already A bar dot B bar is equal to A bar dot C bar is given, then this implies, this does not directly imply that B bar is equal to C bar. Yes, there may be three conditions here. See here, how it is possible I will say. For suppose, move this A bar dot C bar to this side. So then what we will get? A bar dot B bar minus of A bar dot C bar is equal to 0, right? So if I take A bar common here, so A bar into B bar minus C bar is equal to 0. So here we are getting two factors, that is A bar is equal to 0 or B bar minus C bar is equal to 0. So either A bar is equal to 0 or B bar minus C bar is equal to 0. Right? So directly A bar is equal to 0 or B bar minus C bar is nothing but B bar is equal to C bar. Right? So if A bar into B bar minus C bar is dot of B bar minus C bar is equal to 0. Yes? Means what more I can say, that is A bar is perpendicular to B bar minus C bar. Right? From this dot product. See here, if A bar dot B bar is equal to 0, then directly we can say that A bar is perpendicular to B bar, right? Yes, in the same way, A bar dot B bar minus C bar is equal to 0 means either A bar is equal to 0 or B bar is equal to C bar or A bar is perpendicular to B bar minus C bar. Understood? So these are the 9 important properties of dot product which we will be using while solving our problems. So students, note down all 9 properties. and practice all those properties and use those properties while doing problems related to properties of dot product. So students, this is a small video related to properties of dot product. I hope everyone understood all the properties. If so, please give it a thumbs up and try to share my videos to your friends so that they too can learn the subject and understand and learn the subject and practice the problems well and try to get good marks in their competitive exams. I hope you will follow. Thank you. That's all for today. Bye.